Example 2. Frida's employer offers her family health care as an employee benefit. Frida must contribute 2% of the cost, meaning she must pay 2% of it. Her employer will cover everything else, which means her employer will pay for 98% of it. She will pay for the other 2%. Frida gets paid on a bi-weekly basis, meaning she got 26 paychecks. On every one of those, she's noticing that she is paying $88.50 for her contribution to the health care. It wants to know, how much does Frida's employer contribute to the health care? So Frida pays $88.50 for the health care bi-weekly. And we know, because of our previous units, that biweekly meant that we get 26 paychecks. So over the entire year, she pays this cost 26 times. So across the entire year, Frida is paying $2,301 towards her health care. Frida, we just found out, is paying $2,301 annually to the healthcare. We know that there's a typo in this problem. This should say 12%. She pays for 12% of her own healthcare. So this is how much she pays all year. If that's how much she pays all year, we know that that is the 12% of her healthcare. So she pays for 12% of her health care, and 12% of her health care is this much. So she pays for 12% of her insurance, and we know that 12% of her insurance is the amount that she pays. So we have 12% of is multiply. We don't know how much her insurance is, so 12% of her insurance is $2,301. So we need to solve for x. So because they're connected by multiplication, we're going to divide both sides by 12%. So x is, we can't put percent into a calculator, so we need to change percent into a decimal. 12% is 0.12. So x is 22,301 divided by 0.12 is 19,175. This is how much her entire insurance is. We're not being asked how much her entire insurance is. We're being asked how much her employer pays. So this is the cost of the entire insurance. Her employer, if we pay 12% of our own insurance, that means her employer is going to be paying 88% of the insurance. So employer pays 88% of the insurance. So 88% of this insurance, we can't put 88% into a calculator, so you got to put it as a decimal. 88% of the insurance is $16,874. So the question was, how much did the employer pay? This is the answer. So $16,874 is how much the employer will pay. Now let's check your understanding. Marco's employer offers individual health care. Marco will pay D dollars out of his own biweekly paycheck to cover his share of the total cost. If Marco's contribution is a percent of the total cost, where P is going to represent that percentage, represent the total cost of Marco's coverage in terms of D and P. So we want to know, what is his total insurance? So Marco is going to pay D dollars biweekly. We know that that is over 26 paychecks. So 26 paychecks of D dollars means that he is paying 26D over the entire year. So this is his annual. So Marco pays 26D annually for healthcare. And that's for P% of healthcare. So we know that P% of his healthcare, or of his insurance, is going to cost 26D for him. So we know P%, we're going to keep it as a percent. So P% multiplied by his insurance is going to be 26D. It wanted us to label, we don't have anything for insurance. So we have P's and D's, just insurance is in terms of P's and D's, because that's what it said to do. So we'll leave the word insurance as insurance. I need just to know what insurance is. So the P's got to move. The P is being connected by multiplication. So you undo multiplication by division. So divide both sides by P. So the P's divide each other out. They one each other out. So my insurance is going to be the 26D divided by whatever the percentage in terms of a decimal is. This is how you would figure out the total cost of his entire insurance.